Hey, Ronnie.
Hey, Lou.
We're out of your garage for the first time in about 3 months.
It's kind of nice.
On location at the California Automobile Museum, and we have a guest on this episode.
I know.
Wow, I hope we behave.
Talking about the cars?
Yeah, oh yeah, the cars. Our interview with Carly Starr is next on Men Are So Smart. Hi there, I'm Lou Gallagher.
I'm Corvette Ronnie.
And welcome to another episode of Men Are So Smart. All this week, we are coming to you from one of our favorite places, a great place for guys and for gals. It's the California Automobile Museum, located on Front Street, just down from Old Sacramento Prior here. And for those of you that are watching around the world, this is here in the capital city of California. And joining us as our guest this morning is Carly Starr, and she is the curator for the museum. Carly, you and I kind of go back a while. You've been doing interviews about the museum on my radio show for quite some time. So how long have you actually been here at the museum?
Yeah, I've been here for 5 years and couldn't love it more.
Yeah. All right, well, why don't you tell us what brought you to this point in your career as a curator for not just a museum, but an automobile museum? You must have some kind of a background?
Yeah, and my background is not in cars. My dad had an old Chevy panel truck and stuff like that, and I love that. But I really started out in historic house museums, and I just am a huge fan of any history. But when I saw this job opportunity, I knew that I could do it because the transition between historic houses and cars was really easy. They both reflect how regular people live their lives, the marriage between engineering and art, and I love that so much about houses that I could see that coming out in cars. And I'm now starting to love cars much more than the historic houses, so it is truly become a passion of mine as well.
So it kind of was inspired by your dad?
In some ways, I mean, my mom had a Carmen Ghia. I don't even, he enjoyed tinkering with the cars and stuff, but it wasn't a passion of his. He actually liked motorcycles, but it was just something that fell into my lap, and I didn't realize what I was missing my whole life.
Let's talk about the museum and what's going on with some of the exhibits. We are located kind of right in the middle of a horseshoe of a very interesting exhibit that's going on. Tell us about this one.
Yeah, so this exhibit is called Crafting a Rebellion, and it's featuring Sacramento customs and hot rods. So what I really love about this exhibit is that it's a really local story, but it's a local story that has had an influence and impact throughout the state, definitely, and then also throughout the country. So it's Harry Westergaard, Sam Barris, Dick Bertolucci, in addition to countless other men, mostly men in this area, who just had amazing impact on custom and hot rod cars.
Yeah, I think we talked in the last time on the radio about the Barris family and their ties to the Sacramento area. That was in Roseville, where the two brothers kind of started things, and then Sam moved down to Southern California. Is that the way the story goes?
Yeah, both of them were raised, and they went to San Juan High School in Citrus Heights. They were raised in here, but after the war, both of them at different times ended up in Southern California. George Barris decided to start the shop, convinced his brother Sam to join, and Sam really had this amazing craftsmanship and talent. George was kind of more the businessman side, and so the two of them together were obviously unstoppable, as we know, with the Barris Brothers shop. But by 1960, Sam had decided to come back to Sacramento. He stopped customizing cars, ended up as the Carmichael Fire Commissioner. I know.
I probably saw him in the Carmichael Parade.
Yeah.
Probably growing up as a kid and didn't even know. All right, so why don't you describe a few of these cars that we have that are surrounding us, if you would?
Yeah, I mean, some of the best ones that people come here to see, we have Sam Barris' personal 49 chopped Merc. We have one of the few surviving Harry Westergaard cars. This one's actually on loan from the National Automobile Museum up in Reno. Then we also have the Buddy O car that was started by Westergaard and finished by Dick Berlucci, who was only 19 years old. And that's something amazing to remember, is these guys were young with that kind of skill and craftsmanship. We also have some amber cars, the America's Most Beautiful Roadster, out of originally the Oakland Roadster Show that we have behind us. In addition to other cars that represent the types of skill and different people that were happening. There's just, I mean, I could go on each car if you want me to, but there's just amazing cars here.
Yeah, the list goes on and on. I've been walking through the museum. I got here a little early to take some photos and such, and I'm so impressed. In addition to this beautiful custom display that you have going on, you have some regular cars too. I saw a Z28 Camaro over there.
I don't know if I count that as a regular car. Also, that's a pretty cool car.
Yeah, I guess regular is not the word, I'm sorry. But I mean, compared to these customs.
Right. These are truly one-of-a-kind cars in this area. But yeah, throughout the whole museum and our regular exhibits, we have what could be regular everyman cars or maybe cars for the wealthy throughout and then we go through all of history, starting at the turn of the century up to alternative fuels. And we really want to reflect. We have a Rolls Royce, but it's also right next door to a Plymouth Business Coupe, you know, and they tell just as much importance to the automobile.
Well, this last week, I believe, was the Day of Giving. Day of Giving is something that's been going on in Sacramento, and I understand you had some success raising some.
This big Day of Giving was amazing for our museum. Yeah, I think we raised about $37,000. I think was the final number I heard, and we are just in amazement, and we're very honored to have an anonymous donor who helped do a matching. That really helped to bring that up as well. But also we have a really amazing project that we had for this big Day of Giving that I think really helped propel, because they're such important projects for the museum, to really make this building a better place. We just replaced our roof this last summer, so it's not raining inside anymore or anything like that. And we really want to make the rest of the building as good as our roof is. So.
I saw that part of that was the improvements to the parking lot, some landscaping, and things like that.
Yeah, any car guy hates our parking lot.
Right. Yeah, it's not paved, and you bring a clean car down here and it gets dusty.
Yes.
But regardless of that, I mean, what's inside is worth washing your car for.
Right, but then also the visitor experience. Anybody comes to the door. We really like to have people who aren't car people come through the museum.
Right.
So we want to make a comfortable place for them. So some of that might include landscaping. We're painting our building to make it look a little more friendly also. And then also redoing our bathrooms. You know, simple little things like that add up expense-wise, but those are so important to making it a better experience for any visitor.
Have you guys still do school tours?
Yes, we are really active with school tours. We've had a really great year this year with big groups coming from around the state. And we have some really fun programs as well. My favorite is, it's called Motorworks, and kids actually assemble a paper Model T on like an assembly line. So they learn a little bit about what it would have been like in Henry Ford's day, but they also learn about automotive history as well.
I know my son he's older now, but we came to the Automobile Museum when I think it was called the Town
Ford,
Museum. Yeah, the Town Ford Museum.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a long time ago, and it's moved since then, I believe. I don't think it was in this
Nope, we've been in the same building.
Was it?
It looks very different, I've heard. Though.
Yes.
So
Yeah, it does.
I would
It looks
forgive you for
completely
that
different.
confusion.
So, yeah. But it really was. He still talks about it. He's 31 years old now, and he still talks about the museum. He's not really as into cars as I am, but it left a lasting impression on him. So it was nice.
That's all we can hope for. Is if, there's 30 kids that come through here in one class, and one kid walks away excited about cars, we did our job.
Right.
It's so important. I mean, I don't want to say that this is a hands-on exhibit, but you do have hands-on stuff for people, and especially kids. And it's so important that they get away from the electronics and have a carburetor in front of them,
Right.
or our tire. I saw that you have a huge tire for kids to play in over there, and kids always want it. So I think this is great, especially on an afternoon, weekend, Saturday or Sunday. We bring the kids down here, we make them leave their cell phones, pads in the car, and they come down here and they have a wonderful time and they learn something.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, even just a carburetor. It's not just seeing a carburetor. It's even hearing the word carburetor for the first time ever.
Let alone trying to spell it.
Right, I still can't spell it. But I think, what one thing we also want to do here is everybody can engage with the cars in different ways. So we do need to find ways, and we're actively working on improving different ways people can engage with the cars. Whether that's opening up cars that people can sit in, but also maybe finding ways where we encourage people to take pictures with their cell phones. Let's tap into that so that we can use the ways that they interact with the world,
that's a
or
good
how
point.
I interact with the world. I know I take way too many pictures on my cell phone. That's just how I absorb and interact, and let's take advantage of that and use that. And I think that we're improving our lighting is part of it, but also part of it is having photo opportunities for everyone to see.
Last time that I was here, actually it was both Ronnie and I, for Vets for Vets, and that's become an annual event for you guys. Tell us more about that and what's coming up.
Yeah, on Memorial Day itself, so that Monday, we have the Vets and Vets car show. It started out as a Corvettes primarily car show, but it's really expanded into something much bigger. We get a lot of muscle cars and just a lot of families in general. And it's just a good, low-key, fun event that supports us. This year we're also adding on another charity that supports veterans as well. And so we're really excited to partner with that. We usually have military vehicles that show up as well. And it's just a fun way to spend Memorial Day.
And then I think the thing that you really kind of hang your hat on around here is Cruise Fest, the annual cruise on Fulton Avenue, and that's coming up. Ronnie, did you cruise it?
I've done that a couple times.
Yeah.
I did it one time when I had my mom's Duster.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I did it as it was completely original, 72,000 miles on it, and performed with that. And then I've done it a couple times in my Corvette also. And it's just super fun. Fulton Avenue is completely shut down. You can walk right out on the street. Cars are parked all over Fulton Avenue. A ton of fun. Food out there, food trucks, music. It's everything you can imagine. It's like the greatest car show ever because everything's right there. And plus, if you're from the area, you're not used to walking on Fulton Avenue.
That's for sure. Carly, do you think you need to add anything to what Ron just said?
No, I think that is amazing. Pretty much the only thing I would add is that, you kind of mentioned a little bit, but the variety of cars that we see there.
It's everything.
From, rat rods to modern exotics,
Yep.
everything.
There was
Any
a
kind
Tesla
of car is
out there
welcome.
last year.
Yeah.
It's not a,
We had a fuel cell car last year as well.
Yeah, it was absolutely. There was a boat out there. There was a like a Chris Craft, an old Chris Craft out there. Yes.
Yeah. And cool motorcycles, scooters. Really, if it's a really cool vehicle, we love it. And that's something that's been really fun. We've started to change the format so it's not just parked. You actually get to cruise a little bit on Fulton Avenue
right.
and just like an old time cruising. You don't have to. You can park on the side, and then at some point everybody shuts down and parks, and then everybody can walk around, and it becomes even more like a festival.
And they must have, I don't know how many classes you have, but they must give away 20, 25 trophies at the end for best in each division. It's a lot of, if your car is something special, very likely you're going to win some kind of a little trophy.
It is so hard. I was on part of that judging team last year, and
don't get me started.
I'm not sure I want to do it again because it was just so hard to choose.
Yeah, exactly.
All the cars. They're so amazing.
And you, as a judge, you really have to efficiently keep track.
You got to nitpick, yes.
We had anyway, okay, so if folks are watching our video today and they say, that's something I'd like to be a part of. I'd like to volunteer or learn how to become a docent for the museum. What would you tell folks?
Well, the first thing is come and check out the museum if you haven't been here already. But a lot of our information is on our website or on Facebook or other social media. So our website is calautomuseum.org. And then our Facebook, you can just search it, or it's facebook.com/calautomuseum. So pretty consistent, thankfully. But a lot of information is on there about whether it's about coming to an event, how to visit us, or how to become a docent. But there's a lot of different ways that we have volunteers here at the museum. Docenting is probably the largest, the most common, but there are other types of volunteers we have, and we need a whole variety. So we welcome any type of skills or interests. Yeah.
If somebody would like to make a donation, they can do that on the website. As I understand. I looked at it.
We're a nonprofit. We take donations in any way possible. Yeah, website is a great way. Mailing, check, whatever you want to do it.
Carly, is there any message that you'd like to leave with our audience today?
The only thing that I'm really looking forward to coming up is this Thursday, May 10th, we have an event that is actually going to be telling stories about these types of cars and people. And so we're really excited. We have, hopefully Dick Berlucci will be able to attend. He is planning on it. We have a couple other guys from that era who were customizing and hot rodding cars in the 40s and 50s. So we're just going to share their stories about what Sacramento was like during that time.
Okay.
So we're really excited about that.
It would be an amazing show, especially if you're into customizing at all, because these are the pioneers. These are some of the first guys that ever chopped the tops on cars. Nobody had done that before. Nobody knew how to do that. Look at that. It looks seamless. I mean, it's amazing.
And as Carly was saying, done by a 19-year-old.
Right.
They were so young.
Yeah.
They're amazing. All right, so the date again for that, Carly?
That is May 10th. It's a Thursday. Doors open at 5:30. Event starts at 6.
Do you have to have tickets in advance?
You don't need tickets in advance. It's free for our museum members. If you're not a museum member, it's only $12.
Okay, well, we're going to want to take a look around, take some photos, and share those with our viewers. So I want to thank you for your time today.
Absolutely.
Thanks for letting us come out and do the show.
Thanks for being here. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Carly. All right, that's going to wrap things up from the Cal Auto Museum. If you'd like any more information, we will provide you with links below in our description, along with our links to our website, our social media, also our blogs, and our sponsors that help to make the show possible. So that'll wrap things up. I'm Lou Gallagher.
I'm Corvette Ronnie.
And we will see you on the next Men Are So Smart.